Welcome to 2 Minutes of Your Time, Please, a daily devotional with Christian Fellowship Ministries.
When we hear words of rebuke via a sermon or otherwise, we sometimes have a tendency to attribute them to someone else as opposed to ourselves. However, if we were to do some introspection, we may realize that some of those words of correction and rebuke may actually apply to us as well. We're just unaware that they do. Now, this is nothing to be ashamed of, as even a man as anointed as King David had trouble realizing when words of rebuke applied to him. In 2 Samuel chapter 11, David had done much wrong in the sight of God to Bathsheba and her husband Uriah, and these transgressions included adultery, deceit, and even murder. And in the subsequent chapter 12, it shows that the prophet Nathan went to King David and conveyed a story that was very similar to what David had done. Now David, not even realizing how his deeds were similar to that of the man in the story, was extremely upset, willing to go as far as putting the man to death, unaware that this meant that he was deserving of the same fate. Now this lack of awareness led to David being openly rebuked by Nathan, as well as other consequences. Luckily, David humbled himself, made things right, and repented, and God was merciful because of that. Truthfully, even the best of us can sometimes miss where rebuke applies to us. As such, it is important for us to not only actively receive and apply messages of blessings, strength, and encouragement to our lives, but also words of rebuke, introspection, and correction, because by accepting this form of discipline, we just might be saving ourselves from open exposure as well as other consequences.